Hello, good morning. It is Saturday morning. It is the 28th of May, and we are here to start, or I am here to start, week 20 of 22 of 2022. Oh boy. So, I hope you stick with me. As you have seen already, I am making some changes on how I'm planning on scheduling things. So this is the first week that we are doing my new style of vlogs. I decided to pull most of my bookish talk out of my weekly vlogs and just leave them to more the quest calendar, any fun rambling stuff that I have, and then if I have like my fortune cookie haul or anything little like that I can throw in, then I will do so on these. So these are more just life vlogs with the quest calendar vlogs with a little bit of life stuff. And then I'll try to keep all my bookish stuff mostly separate for people who just want to watch bookish things, which is fine. A-okay. I totally get it. And nobody told me to do this. This is my own impetus. I will do more book vlogs, but I think I'm going to, at this point, try to stick them to if I'm binging like a author or a series or a genre or something along those lines, or a readathon or a specific read along. But let us do the quest calendar for the weekend. Since we are at the beginning of the week, I will do my little blurb. We are playing Quest Calendars 2022, The Gates of Terralon. This is created by Sundial Games. And I will link them down below. They do already have 2023 out for pre-ordered. It was already successfully funded on Kickstarter, which I did. And next year is like a sci-fi, fantasy, space opera theme. So I'm super excited about that. And then we are playing as Savani Moonchaser, who is a cat person monk. And she's pretty awesome. We're doing pretty good. So let us see what this week brings. Okay, so last week we ended up going to Telzarath, the dragon's lair, and getting the gate shard that is in this world. And then we managed to travel down. We took the west route down here, and this is where the gate is. So we should be able to go into another world and get the next piece of the gate shard. But let's see what we have. Ooh. Okay. So we've got some fighting to do today. And then all italic letters over here. This is our like description text of the story. And then this one doesn't have any. But if there is print letters in a box, this is like the mechanics of what we're doing. And then actual results from rolls and stuff are on the back of the previous day. So because this is a fight, we can see here we have a table. It will last 3 rounds, and we will have to do a wisdom check and then roll our attack and then damage if we hit. So let us just get on with it. A fiery demon emerges from ash and lava. It seems to have made a new home in this world full of heat. It is still unwelcoming to your intrusion. Okay, so this is a demon. So on our world, where we are home world, demons broke through. So this is a demon that fell through in this world, but he was a fire demon, so he likes this world. He made a new home. Okay, so I will set that aside. Grab my dice, and I am all set up to film my TBR this morning, so I'm not like sitting at my table, so I will just have to step away to roll. But that is okay. I do have a dice tray somewhere, but I think it's unfolded in somewhere, so I will just go over here. Okay, so first is our wisdom roll. And our wisdom is a +1. Okay. Need space. Okay, so that is a 16. So +1 is 17. If your wisdom roll is 18 or more, you banish the demon back to its home realm. We did not. We are 1 shy. However, let's wait, because this would be 3 rounds. And we might be able to banish him on a 2nd round. So we'll leave him there for now. So then we will attack. And we are at a +7 to attack. Okay. And that was an 18. Okay, so if your attack roll is a 15 or more, you hit the demon. So now we need to roll damage. Our damage is 2d10 plus 2. So I will grab my d10s. That's a d8, d10. Okay, and that is a 12, so plus 2, so 14. Okay, so if your damage roll is 9 or more, the demon is stunned this round. So we stun the demon, he does not do damage to us. So on to round 2, wisdom roll is first. Okay, and that is a 13. So we are only at 14. And this time it was a 16 or more to banish the demon. We did not, so now we will attack. Okay, so that was an 8, and we are at a +7, so 15. If your attack roll is 15 or more, just barely hit the demon. Damage. Okay, so that was 8 plus 2, so 10 total damage. And we needed 9 or more to stun him this round. So on to roll round 3. Wisdom roll is, a 19, so 20. What is it this round? If your wisdom roll is 14 or more, perfect. Okay, so we banish the demon back to its home realm. It is defeated. Reduce our health by 1 because using the staff does that, but we gain a +1 bonus to any future die roll, and combat is over. Sweet. Cool. So that gives us 3 staff points to use. And then if you killed or banished the demon, collect 3 gold. So I will do my 1 damage and my staff point, and then also collect 3 gold. And that is it for the quest calendar for today. I don't think I mentioned, as you can see from here, Saturdays and Sundays are combined, so I won't be back till Monday, but it is a holiday weekend, 3-day weekend. I'm excited. So I will see you very shortly, and I hope you like this new style of vlogging. But until then, we'll see you all later. Hello, happy Monday, happy Memorial Day. It has been a very busy day for me the past couple days. I have had a lot on my to-do list, and I have gotten most of it done, which is exciting. It's already 7 o'clock. These later times, when the sun is up, man, I'm ready for winter again. I prefer when it gets darker earlier. But I have a huge whole list, and I have most of it crossed off. So I'm feeling good. I figured I would do my quest calendar update and then just kind of touch base a little bit, because I know I said I wasn't going to be talking about books very much, but I'll at least let you know what I have been reading, but I won't go into too much of thoughts. But I did finish A Court of Thorns and Roses yesterday. I read this and listened to the graphic audio, and I would give this book a 5 stars, and I would give the graphic audio 5 stars, but together I would give them 4 stars. And here's why. The graphic audio, while I really enjoyed it, it was not good to read along, because there were quite a few times where I would be reading along, and then, like, I understood the parts where it's like he growled an answer, blah blah blah, And he would actually, instead of saying he growled an answer, whoever was talking would actually growl while he was saying it. So I understood like those descriptive things not being said, but there were times where they were inner thoughts or comparisons to things that happened earlier in the book, or just kind of little aha moments that Feyre had in her head. Like full on either a couple sentences. There's once where there was like 3 paragraphs that were completely skipped. And I was like, where are we? Where did we just go? And sometimes I would have to pause it and go back and catch back up. And there would be something small that wasn't big, but just a tiny little nuance that was missed. And so I'm glad that I did both and not just listen to it, because there were tiny little nuances I feel like that were skipped sometimes that I enjoyed. But 5 stars. I knew going in that obviously I have not read them, and I haven't really read reviews too much. I know Jessin did a vlog where she read them, and I watched that, and I feel like that was last year, maybe even the year before. So I knew going into this that at some point Endgame was not Tamlin and it was Rhysand. So I knew that at least. So I did not get attached to Tamlin. But it was hard not to like Tamlin because he really was such a sweetheart. But I have to say, I'm very, very intrigued by Rhysand. Whether or not I know that he's Endgame, I'm very, very intrigued by him. And then I also really love Lucian. Oh, he would be my favorite character so far. And he would be my book boyfriend from the series so far. But I love the like snarky people like that. But anyway, but I'm very, very intrigued by Rhysand too. So... and I cried at the end. Okay, I'm going to stop rambling about it, but I can't help myself. So 5 stars. And then last night I also read Stumbling into Him. I was kind of in a book hangover after finishing A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I was looking through and I was like, oh, I'll do Molly O'Hare because those are fun rom-coms, fairly light. So I knew that would be one that would kind of help me kick the hangover feeling that I got from ACOTAR. So I read this, 4 stars, super cute. You can tell that it definitely was one of her earlier books written, which I think it was her 2nd book ever written. But it was fun to finally meet Lord Waffles and all of that. But... I just can't stop myself, guys. I just can't stop myself. Other bookish stuff. I have not read anything today, but I finally resynced my Kindle. I ended up deleting a bunch of stuff off of it so I can get a lot of the stuff that I've either checked out from the library or that I've gotten on free from Kindle or through KU. I needed space, so I had to clear that off. And then I got stuff added to my Kindle, so I still need help finding stuff, but... Okay, so I am back. I just got a phone call from my dad, and my grandfather has passed away this morning. And I think I'm still kind of in shock and not fully processing what's going on. So I figured I'd finish filming my clip before I completely break down. Alright. I don't think I mentioned... My plan originally was to pick up book 3 in the Words for Nerds series because I have a little bit of time before I have to read anything for book clubs and stuff. And this is it here. I Touch My Shelf, and this is the one that's going to be Tuesday, who is one of the twins and she has had a crush on the heroine from book 2, Ray's older brother, who owns the bookstore across the street. So sister's best friend, I guess, technically, or best friend's brother. Okay. This weekend we fought and killed this fire lava demon. So today, looks like we found the fire gate, and there's some sort of demonic creature that is guarding it. Okay. Deep in a cavern of a volcano, you discover the fire gate. It is guarded by a large lava beast. A booming voice speaks a riddle that is hard to hear over the crackling of the lava flow. With red tongues, I lick and bite, cutting darkness with my might. With intense pain, you'll feel my wrath, devouring all that's in my path. If a drink is what you give, one last breath, I shall live. I'm going to say this is like fire. That is my guess. So there is 1 and then a 2, and then there's 3 options for 2. So 1 is guess the answer to the riddle before checking the solution. And then the options for number 2 is A, sprint to reach the gate, which is a dexterity plus athlete. B, sneak to the gate undetected, which is dexterity plus stealthy. So both of those would be the same for us stats-wise. And then prepare for battle, which is strength, reminder, intimidating. So, okay. So number 1, and we guessed fire. Any form of the word fire or flame is a valid answer. If answered this correctly, gain a +2 to all combat rolls tomorrow. So that's fun. I'm going to do, so our dexterity is a +6, and we have both athlete and stealthy, which gives a +2, but our helper dude, our follower, also gives another +2 to athlete. So that would give us a +10 total. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to sprint to reach the gate quickly. So we rolled a 17, so 27. And we needed a 15 or more. So you dash quickly to the gate, gain a +2 to your defense tomorrow. So we get a +2 to our defense and a +2 to our all attack rolls tomorrow. So that's cool. So yeah, this just took a downer. Alrighty, I'm gonna wrap up here, and I will see you all hopefully tomorrow, but we will see what happens. Hello, happy Wednesday. Cheese and I are here to update, and yes, I skipped another day, but things were happening yesterday. And I'm trying very hard to find good things in life to keep me happy and emotionally upbeat. My goodness, you have to lay right in the way, don't you? I'm wearing my Fantasy Readers Club hoodie today because it was chilly. And last night was the ACOTAR live show, and it was so much fun. I had a lot of fun, but, you know, when do I not have fun on a live show with Jen and Crystal and Jessen and everybody? And then I was so excited for the Smart Women Read Romance Book Club on Monday. And guys, I put 8 o'clock in my phone, and it's 8 o'clock Central Time. So I missed it by an hour. I was like, no, I was so disappointed. But that's okay. I'll just have to double check. Usually I double check it, and I saw the email in the morning, but because I didn't go to work and come home and have to get ready and everything for it, I was just home all day because it was Memorial Day. I guess I just didn't get it, but that's okay. I watched the replay, and I'm sad that I wasn't able to talk with everybody about it, but that's okay. You can't make them all, right? So I have lots of things to update on. First off, Monday night, the Avalanche won 8-6. That was 14 goals. It was one of the weirdest playoff games I think I've ever seen. But I'm glad we won. The next game is tomorrow night. Or not Monday night, Tuesday night. We played last night, which is part of the reason why I didn't update. Also, there was ACOTAR, and then after all that was done, I was kind of feeling emotionally drained. But so they play tomorrow, game 2, before they make their way to Edmonton for games 3 and 4. Man, I've got the Rangers and Lightning game on, and I've just had it turned down, but just on in the background so I can keep abreast of what's going on in the Eastern Division. I usually don't watch, I love hockey, but I usually just watch my boys because I have other hobbies I like to participate in, like reading and other things like that. So I don't watch all hockey available to me. I also don't have the NHL fancy pass. So if I have a game on that's not the Avalanche, it's whatever is happening to be on ESPN or TNT. But anyways, playoffs, man. Playoffs are super fun. But now that there's only one game a night, and it's Western Conference, Eastern Conference, and it switches in between, it's a little easier for me to just have it on and not feel like I'm missing out on stuff. So, things to update. So we last updated on Monday. And what happened Monday? Monday was the 30th. So, since then, I have started and finished I Touch My Shelf by Allie York. This is book 3 in her Words for Nerds series, which I found last week or the week before. 5 stars. I loved it. Check out my wrap up. I will talk about the last couple books that didn't get vlogged for the month of May because I did my switch over. And then I used it for the prompts punny title for Love Has Sprung. So officially Love Has Sprung has come to a close. I got 11 books on the second board. Did not quite get a bingo because I wanted to pick back up in this series instead of moving on. And then for Taylor Swift Quarterly Challenge, I used it for Ivy, which I know one of the options for the song Ivy is brown on the cover, but the other one is read a book with a college setting or with a college student, which it didn't do, but it has brown on the cover. And then last night I started and got 40% through, and as of right now, Wednesday at just about 8 o'clock. I have finished book 4 in the series, Tall, Dork, and Handsome. 5 stars. One of my favorites so far. Man, so good. So I love this. Yeah, so another 5 stars. This one, because this is my first book of June, will count. I'll go over that in my bi-monthly wrap-up. So it'll be my mid-month wrap-up, and I'll talk about that. But at least when I mention what I'm reading in these weekly vlogs, and then you can, if you're watching them. So I will say, I use this for the Taylor Swift Quarterly Challenge for the prompt for the song Happiness, which is: read a book that you think will make you happy or that finally came in for you at the library, online, or in the building. So like either a book that physically came in or is available, or online in the library. But no, this is read a book that you think will make me happy, because this series is making me happy so far. And this is also the first book for Summer of Swoon, and so I'm using this one to cover the prompt illustrated cover. And then this is also the first book I'm going to be using for the Ripped Bodice Summer bingo, but because it doesn't fit any of the other prompts, it gets shuffled into the center square, which is HEA. So basically any romance book. So that one's an easy one. So that one applied to 3 different things, but that's what happens. Last summer, I had Summer of Swoon, the Rip Bodice Summer bingo, and then there was a romancing summer challenge that was also happening at the same time. And it was just like, on top of readathons and stuff that happened, it was crazy last summer. But you can check my blog to see all of those kinds of things. I have lots of things to update you on, I'm telling you. So let me check my notes, because I took notes on what I was going to update you guys on yesterday, and then I never filmed it. Oh, the B-roll clip you saw before this was my new moon in Gemini tarot spread. So I will pop it up here. I decided to do the spread from Emerald Lotus Divination. It wasn't 100% what I was looking for, but I liked it better than some of the other ones I just kind of quickly saw. And I didn't want to spend too much time, because like I thought about it, but then with everything that happened on Monday, I didn't want to spend more time than necessary. And then I was going to originally do it Monday, because Monday was technically the new moon, but I was just feeling in an emotional funk. So I also did that last night on Tuesday, because I just wanted to sit properly in my emotions and in my space to do my spread. So another thing, I do not have internet. So last week's vlog, I don't know when, my computer updated while it was rendering the other night. So I had to redo it last night, re-export last night. And now I have no internet. So I'm like, this video is never going to go up. And my schedule is being completely thrown apart. But I switched to doing the sticky note thing. So that's cool. I won't have to white out everything, so get it down. But anyway, so back to my spread. I used my Mystical Cats spread. I'll link it down below like always. And then there were 5 questions. Okay. Card to represent this new moon energy. Number 2, something I no longer find to be true. 3, something I should investigate farther. 4, something new I should focus energy towards. And 5 is how can I tune into unconditional love. Now, when I was doing my final shuffle, you may have seen that. I don't know if me speeding up the clip might have popped that out. But a card fell out when I was doing my final shuffle and getting ready to put cards out. So I left it up, and I decided to use that card because it flew out for a reason. You know, there's always a reason. And so I kind of threw that out as an extra overall vibe, because it didn't, first of all, it fell up like face up. So I didn't want to like put it back in. I don't like to put them back in unless I completely throw all my cards everywhere. And it's not just like one card that pops out. but I didn't have like how I wanted to lay them out yet figured out. So I didn't have a spot for it to slip into. So I decided to leave it separate and just do it as an overall vibe. And let me tell you, I got a lot of balance and being aware and pushing forward with things, but being careful not to be too risky and to make logical decisions and to stay balanced and stay focused and handle my emotions properly and try to not be overwhelmed and do what I can. And I was like, this is hitting it on the tee. And man, sometimes when a spread just hits everything on the dot, you're just like, okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing okay. I'm doing what I should be doing. It's always nice to get that affirmation from your intuition and things like that. But so there is that. Now, we have 2 days to do for the quest calendar, but it is the 1st, so we need to do our Yahtzee roll. So let me flip to my page here. If you have not seen any of my vlogs before, I am a part of the Romance Readers Reading Challenges group on Goodreads. I will link them down below. And they are doing a 13-month long Yahtzee reading challenge, I guess. And what it is you're playing the game of Yahtzee, but each like goal that you have when you play Yahtzee corresponds to a prompt. So you have like from the 25th to the 5th to make your roll for the following month. There's only one a month, so it's only one book a month, which is super nice. Not that that's hard for me to do, but it's cool for people who don't read near as much. And we will do our rolls. So far in March, we finished the large straight. In April, we did the small straight. And then in May, we did the full house. So let us see what June's rolls bring about. And I picked out 5 dice. When I did my first roll, I got a fun like metallic gray and then a pink and copper. And then I've got 2 opaque teal and a yellow. I chose all pipped dice, D6, and then a frosted pink. Because I love frosted dice and I couldn't not. So let us see what we roll. Dice. Okay, so I rolled a 1, a 2 2s, a 3, and a 5. Okay. So I'm going to say maybe to go for 2s. So I should write this down before I re-roll. So 1, 2, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, whoop. 1, 2, 2, 3, 5. And then I'm going to cross out my 1, my 3, and my 5. And we will re-roll those. For the numbered prompts, for them to count, you have to use at least 3. So you need to have a 3 of a kind basically for each number, on top of also having there's also the 3 of a kind prompt. Okay, so we got another 2, a 3, and a 6. So we at least got the 3 2s. So that's cool. So let me, and then so a 2 and a 3 and a 6. Okay, and then our final roll, we will re-roll the 3 and the 6. I should mark that. Come on, Yahtzee. Ooh, 2 5s. So we've already done the full house option. So I'm going to do whoop, because I can't use the 5s for 5s because there should be 2. So I'm going to go ahead and just use this as my 2s. So let me flip over to 2s and I will put down June 2022. And so the 2s prompts, all of the number prompts are the same. It's just the number. So it will be either a 2-word title or a second book in the series. Which Looking at my book club TBR, I do not have a second book in the series, but I do have a book that's 2 words in the title, and that is the Ilona Andrews Hidden Legacy novella, Diamond Fire. So at the very least, that book will cover it already on what's already on my TBR, but I'm sure other books I pick up may also work for that. So there is my Yahtzee roll. I will put my D6s away and let us do the quest calendar. Okay, so when we last did it, it was Monday, and we ran like hell to get to the gate, and we did manage to roll really well and have a bunch of bonuses. So we have a +2 to our attack and our +2 to our defense for today's rolls. Or for Tuesday's rolls. So Tuesday is fighting this gate guardian. He is super cool looking. I love the 4 eyeballs. He is really cool. Okay, and then based on the chart, we see that there are going to be 4 rounds, just attack and damage with the same creature. So let me get my gaming dice out. Okay, alrighty, and let's just get to it. So, round 1. I rolled a 16, and our attack is normally a +7, but we are at a +9 right now, so 25, which I'm assuming is going to be enough. So 16 or more. We hit the Fire Guardian, so we will roll damage, and I am at 2d10 +2. So that is a 9 and a 3, so 9 and 5, so that is 14 damage. Ooh, ooh. If damage rolled is 13 or more, wow, just barely. Oh boy. Okay. And then the Fire Guardian is stunned. So on to round 2. So once again, at a +9, I rolled a 18. If your attack roll is 16 or more, you hit the Fire Guardian. Okay. And then once again, 2d10 +2. And that is a 5 and a 9. So that is 14 +2. So 16. This time we needed 11 damage to stun him. So on to round 3. Okay. +9. And I rolled a 5, which is 14. If your attack roll is 16 again, so we do not hit. Okay, if we missed, it chomps down on your body with massive jaws. Fun. So our defense is normally a 15, but we have a +2, so it is 17, which is the higher threshold. If your defense is 17 or more, reduce your health by 2. So we will take 2 damage. That's not too bad, not too bad. So let me just mark my damage. And it looks like we have... So we are at a total of 6 out of 24 damage. Because we took a little bit from before. Okay, and then we are on to the final round. And we rolled a 14. So we're at 23. So we do hit this time. And damage... is, ooh, I lost one. 8+, it fell off again. Let's not do that. Okay, 8 + 5, so 13, 14, 15. And round 4 damage roll is 12 or more. The Guardian is defeated. Sweet. So, we stunned the Fire Guardian 2 rounds, so we get 4 gold. And then we also defeated it, so we collect another 2 gold. So a total of 6 gold gained. And then you activate the fire gate just as you did the last gate. You step through and are teleported to another world. That was actually pretty quick. Like, we got enough to kind of get a little feel for the world, but we weren't like trapped there forever. So I feel like these are gonna go kind of quickly unless there's a special one that won't, like if there's something special in a certain world that we need things for. So let me just update my gold here before we switch on to what today's calendar is. So +6. So we are back up to 74 gold. We can go shopping soon. Okay, so that was yesterday's when we fought and defeated. Bats just flew by my window. I guess it's that time of year and it's like dusk-ish. That's cool. The bats are back. I love watching them fly around. It's super cool. Last year we had 3 bats that were hanging out around here. But okay, so let us see what today is. Oh my gosh, look at this place. Arboretum. Look at it. It's kind of like fantasy, hobbit, nature-y. It's like a mix of like Hobbit and Elf from Lord of the Rings. It's so cool. Okay, I'm so excited. All right. You travel through the fire gate and find yourself among lush vegetation in an endless forest. After a short walk, you discover a tree that is home to a city. It's in the tree. What? Oh, that's even cooler. Oh, okay. And then it says visit places in the city. So let us see what the back of it says. Okay. The Twisted Treetop Tavern. The best views and beds in the city. Pay 4 gold if you would like to take a rest. You know, we might as well take a rest. Cool. So I will 4 gold. Excuse me. Okay. 4 gold and a rest. I will cross out all of this. Okay, cool. Alrighty, tree jumper. You find an older gentleman sitting precariously close to the edge of a high branch of the tree. When you talk to him, he mentions that his family got killed when the demons fell to their world. He is contemplating leaping off the tree to end his life. Man, this just got heavy. Make a decision. A, try to talk him down. Roll a d20 plus charisma, reminder persuasive. Or B, ignore the man and continue on. No. No, thank you. I'd at least want to talk to him. So, a d20 plus charisma. Charisma is not our strong suit. It is a -1. And we're not persuasive. Roll well, roll well, roll well. I want to help the guy. 17. So, 16. All right. If the result is 11 or more, the old man backs away from the edge and thanks you for talking him out of it. Gain 1 virtue point. Heck yeah. I'm glad we saved this guy's life. That is nice. And we are up to 8 virtue points. And the max is a +10. Very cool. I just can't help not playing good characters, guys. I mean, seriously. Okay. And then there is a tree peddler. There's a young girl trying to sell some old used supplies from her backpack. She appears poor and is trying to make some money for food. She has a map and a compass and lockpicking tools. We already have a map and a compass. And while lockpicking tools are nice, our dex is already so massively ridiculous. I feel like we don't really need the lockpicking tools at this point. But we have a lot of money. But if we wanted to get more statistical enchantment stuff on our equipment, I think it was 30 gold a piece. So I think I'm going to hold off and not get either of those. And then the final place is Agatha's Agatha all along. Agatha's Apothecary. A lit window in a tiny shop on a smaller branch of the tree city reveals some potion bottles for sale. A health potion, an antidote, which removes poison, holy water, which removes curse, dragon's fire, which adds a d4 to damage rolls, and combat tonic, which adds a d4 to attack rolls on the page. Which we have options of using our chi power to get bonuses like that. I just never think about using them. But part of that also is because it can remove effects like poison and stuff like that. So if we do happen to get poisoned, it'd be nice to save those chi points for that. But I just don't think about all the extra abilities. But let's be honest, when I was playing D&D and other tabletop games, I was never good about using all of my abilities as a monk either. So there's just too much. And we're doing well without having to use those. And that is it for now. So I'm going to see if I can try to get our internet back up and get my video uploading so I can put that up tomorrow. Because otherwise it might have to be Friday and things are just, oh my gosh, getting out of hand. And I wanted to catch up on some reviews tonight and all sorts of stuff. But I guess now this gives me the excuse to just read and relax the rest of the night, which is fine by me. So I will see you all later tomorrow, most likely. And I will keep you abreast if anything else happens or pops up. Until then, I'll see you soon. Hello, happy Thursday. And man, it has been a day. I don't really want to get into it, but things have definitely kind of gotten weird with what happened with my grandfather. And one of the biggest things is we found out that he was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney failure in March, and nobody in the family was notified that it was going to be terminal. But because I guess he had time, a lot of his will was taken care of, and he did like end of life planning, and so he was able to take care of a lot of things, which I guess is nice, but kind of sucks that nobody even knew that he was sick. And his birthday was the end of March, and he didn't say anything when I talked to him, and that's kind of disappointing. But anyway, I don't want to focus too much on sad stuff on here. I want to keep it real, but I can't. Once I go down that rabbit hole, I will not come back out for a little bit until I have cried out what fluids I have in my body at this time. So, a couple of things. First off, the Avalanche won tonight 4-0. Shutout in the playoffs, in Western Conference playoffs. So 2 games, man, 2 more games, and then we're moving on to finals. Man. I don't expect them to get it done in 4 games, but how cool would that be? Man, thank goodness I have hockey and books to help keep me going right now. And speaking of books, I also finished tonight Let's Geek It On by Allie York. This is book 5 in her Words for Nerds series. I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. I really liked it. The reason, I'll just do a quick little blurb. So the reason why I docked it a little bit is the beginning, the male protagonist, the male main character, when we were in his point of view a couple of times, he was like apologizing for being a nerd or saying nerdy things and like excusing them. And I'm like, Allie, the people who are reading you through book 5 are here for the nerd stuff. Stop apologizing for being a nerd. And it wasn't in any of the previous 4 books. And it also felt a different kind of pace. So I don't know if she took time off after the 4th book to jumping into this one. I did see that in like her dedication or her author's note or whatever, as a thank you to the fans for waiting. And so I don't know if she took a little time or she wasn't planning on doing Amelia's book and then she ended up doing Amelia's book. I don't know what happened. But so I finished it 4.5 stars. And now I will be picking up the final book in the series so far. Book 6, which is Walking in a Geeky Wonderland. And yes, it's a Christmas book. But My Taylor Swift Quarterly Challenge has a prompt that is for either a holiday romance or a Scroogey character, so I'm just going to pick it up now. I don't care that it's a Christmas one. It's also one of her shorter ones. It's like 117 pages or something, so I should be able to get through it quickly. But back to Let's Geek It On. I will tell you what I used it for prompts. For my Summer of Swoon, I used it for the Friends to Lovers romance. And then for Taylor Swift, I used it for Love Story, which is a book that has an HEA, aka a romance. So technically most of these are that. So let me mark that off. I have a list. So when I tell you, I mark them off, and I'm going to mark them off now so I do not forget. Now, let us do the quest calendar. So yesterday we were in a new world, Arboretum. So let us see what happens today. Okay, cool. Job board. All right, let's see what happens. The locals living in this lush forest and magnificent tree have a posted job board where they are asking for help and assistance in various matters. Take on some jobs to earn some coins. Why not? So, number 1 is locked out of my stump, which is dexterity and locksmith. Then lamp-lighters needed, which is wisdom and arcane adept. And then bird trainers wanted, which is charisma and animal tamer, which we have animal tamer, but not charisma. But we've come across these before. We can do any and all. So we might as well just try to do all the job boards and get as much money as we can. Because I'm guessing we will get to go shopping soon like the previous world. So we'll just go through them in order. So locked out of my stump. I've been locked out of my tree stump for days, says an old feline lady. They're felines. They're like us. They're like us. That's cool. I've been staying with my sister until someone can open it for me. I misplaced my key and none have been able to get through. I won't let anyone break the door. My late husband carved it himself, and I would rather die than see it get destroyed. Man, that hits deep right now. Okay, we're going to try to move on here, and let me get my D20. Okay, so dexterity, reminder, locksmith. We do not have locksmith, but we have a +6 to dexterity, so that is a 12, so 18. Okay, so the result is 13 or more. You get the lock open. To the lady's delight, she rewards you with 5 gold. Sweet. Okay, lamplighters needed. The lamps in the Arboretum are lit by magical means. Fire is outlawed. You are tasked with going around to relight all of the dead lamps. So, a wisdom, reminder, arcane adept. So, we just have a +1 from our wisdom. And that is a 14, so 15. If the result is 12 or more, sweet, you spend hours traversing the branches of the tree and lighting all of the lamps along the route you were assigned. You are paid 6 gold for your work. Perfect. Then the last one, bird trainers wanted. Communication amongst people in the tree is done primarily by birds. That's cool. A rookery needs somebody to help calm and train the latest flock of birds that will be used. So this is charisma, of which we have a -1. However, we have animal tamer, which gives us a +2. And animal tamer is also one of our followers bonuses for us. So +4, the -1. So we are at a +3 to whatever we roll. And it rolled far away. That's a 13. So 16. If the result is 14 or more, you get along well with the birds and do such a fine job of calming and keeping them that you are offered a full-time job if you ever need it. You are paid 5 gold for your service. So a total of 16 gold. So I will get that added to our character sheet. And that is all I have for today. Look at this. Under 10 minutes for an update. How perfect is that? Okay, I'm going to take my jersey off and get ready for bed and watch my post-game shows and start my next book. I'll see you all soon. Hello, happy Friday. Man, it has been a day. But I'm also here to wrap up week 22. 22, yes. So I am hoping that this week went shorter when I compile all my videos together. Although I know I talked about a lot of books and I talked about them more than I expected to. But I think what I'm going to do is, what I might do moving forward is just talk to you when they're done and just be like, hey, I finished this book this week. And then I'll try to cut back on talking more about them and just talk about the bookish related things. But we'll see. It's a work in progress. I'm still trying to kind of fine tune things. This is my first week doing it this way, so please stick with me through all of these changes. But, I grabbed my planner and I was waving it around, but I was actually checking, yes, week 22. Okay, so, I will be good, and I will just briefly touch on, I finished last night Walking in a Geeky Wonderland by Allie York. I'm going to give this 4 stars. It was a little bit of a different vibe, and I still enjoyed it. And it's 4 stars for what it is. A less than 100 pages geeky Christmas novella. So bear that in mind. If I compared it as a whole to the series, it would probably be more like a 3.5 stars when compared to the other books. But it also seems like it might be a jumping point for either a spin-off series or a continuation of the series. But no other books, my goodness, have been published yet. So I joined Allie York's newsletter and I followed her on Instagram. So hopefully there will be news, or if more is written in this Word for Nerds world, I will find out about it. So I'm excited about that. I really love that series, and I was looking, and a couple of them are available in paperback, but most of them aren't. And I would love to have them on paperback on my shelves. And I deleted them off my Kindle because my Kindle's hurting for space, but I can definitely see myself rereading 2 or 3 of them for sure. But that is all I have really bookish news wise. Oh, I guess I can tell you what prompts I used them for. So I know for Taylor Swift Quarterly Challenge, I used it for Tis the Damn Season, which is a holiday book or a book with a Scroogey character, which it technically has both. And for Summer of Swoon, I used it for a book that has white on the cover. And it does not fit any, well, it kind of ish counts for second chance romance. Oh, really? What do you think? No more opinions? It kind of ish counts as a second chance romance, so I think I might put that for second chance on Rip Bodice Summer Bingo. It's not a normal form of second chance romance, but it's close enough. And I'm not the biggest fan of second chance romance, so I'll probably put it there just so I don't find why are you messing with my calendar? My goodness, she's like, it's Friday, Mommy. Pay attention to me. Okay, so I will use that for second chance romance for the Rip Bodice as well. So fun. That applied to 3 of my ongoing challenges. Sweet. And that is it there. And the next book I'm going to pick up will be, I'll tell you right now because I don't have to edit the cover in, will be Dukes Do It Better. I looked at for this weekend and kind of this upcoming week, I've been working on to-do lists just to kind of keep up on everything. And I decided, and I was looking at how my TBR is looking for book club books. So I think this weekend I'm going to try to start a vlog that will be May 24th, 2022 releases. And I decided to do them alphabetical order by author. So Dukes Do It Better by Bethany Bennett is up first. So I can't wait to start that tonight. It's the 3 books. The reason I've decided to do a vlog is because these are my 3 most anticipated reads of the year. And it's crazy that they all ended up coming out at the same time. So yeah, I will be picking that up later tonight. But otherwise, that is it for you. No Avalanche game tonight. They play tomorrow on Saturday in Edmonton for game 3. So let us do the quest calendar and wrap everything up. So yesterday we were at the job board in the new world that we are at. So let's see. I'm guessing today. They're lion people. They're so cool. As you were leaving the city of Arboretum, you were stopped by 2 lion guards of the Tree City. They do not recognize you, and with the heightened security due to the recent demon attack, they are pressing you for information on your purpose in the city and why you are here. So there are 3 options. A, convince them of your mission and intentions, which is charisma, reminder, persuasive. Intimidate them into leaving you alone, strength, reminder, intimidating. Or you have no time for this. Attack them. No. So I'm going to go for convince them of your mission and intentions, which is a charisma roll, but that is the only one that I am interested in doing right now. Okay. So, D20. Our charisma is a -1, and we are not persuasive. But, let us see. Let me see what fun things I can get from my chi points. Damage, attack, poison and curse, defense. All of them are for attacking things. Okay, but I have 3 points from the staff that could potentially help us. So, can I have good luck, please? Can I have good luck? Please? No? Thank you. Oh, goodness, that was a big mouse. Yeah. Okay. That's an 18. Thank you for the good luck. Okay, so -1, so 17. If the result is 11 or more. So we didn't need that high, but I'd rather overshoot it than undershoot it. Okay, good luck on your journey, and may the tree spirits guide you. The guards withdraw their spears and allow you to pass. I do wish, because we chose the feline character, I do wish that there was like a bonus or something, like if you are a feline race or something like that, that might fit more in this world, but I don't know. Maybe they're all lion peoples and I'm more of the like tabby cat feline, so I don't know. But fun. Cool. That is all we have to do for the quest calendar. So we are going to wrap it up there. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And let me know if you had a good week as well. And if you are rooting for the Avs as well. And if you aren't rooting for an NHL team, but are watching hockey right now, and since it's playoffs and this is when it's really good, please vote. Please not vote. Root for the Avs with me because they are my boys. But anyway, I will see you all very soon. Bye.